I was able to complete my exams, but through a study center, the journey was long and tedious. And I was supposed to have received all my exam results, my convocation, all by March, by the beginning of March 2020. I was able to get in touch with the university, with the study center person, but things didn't go the way we planned or the way I expected it to be going. Prayers got more fervent. We kept praying and praying and praying, but at one point we totally lost hope. I mean, I get very dejected very soon, so I was kind of frustrated, but I held on to this promise because this promise has really led me all these 5 years. Things went on. Ashok was there. He was able to keep in touch, but as COVID got intense, all phones shut down. There was no response from the university, from the person in the study center. Ashok was doing as much as he can. We started reaching out to our friends, but no calls were answered. It became very tedious, and work was getting on me. And like you're all aware, that was a point when I was alone with my children here. So the mental agony was more. I fast and pray on Saturdays, and I've been keeping this promise in my fasting prayer for almost 2.5 years now. Ashok came back, and this was one thing God never answered, or took us time to answer, but I just couldn't understand why the delay. And for these past 2-3 months, it has been quite overwhelming with all that is happening. And I thought I would never be able to get my final marks, my final results. He had made all the final payments, and it just looked blank to me. We started praying more about it, added more to our family prayers. I just started reaching out to everyone. I knew I'd passed my exams, but I wanted those final mark lists and my convocations because the journey was quite tedious. And finally, last Friday, I was at work, and Ashok just there were a series of WhatsApp messages. Now work, I don't have to tell everyone how work is, so I just didn't get time. It just kept on blinking on my phone and on my watch, but I just didn't open those WhatsApp messages. And finally, I got time, and I remember it was like 12:30 in the afternoon, my planning time in school, and then series of messages from Ashok's WhatsApp, and I saw everything there. And I don't know, I was like in a shock because it was a Friday afternoon. I was waiting to come back home like all of us do because I just wanted to get away from school. It was Friday. And when I saw all those mark lists and everything, God just, it was something totally unexpected. But I do remember, I would also like to say that Ashok told me that he had a vision I would stand and testify. And in fact, that Friday when I was making my tea, I decided I'm not going to ask anyone and talk about this. I'm just going to pray about it, but I'm not going to eat up Ashok's head because I've done eating up his head with us. And that Friday afternoon, I received this, and I think the vision that spoke about him coming and asking me to testify here, that this is, I don't know, this is, it is still like, I'm still in shock because that was something I didn't expect. And sometimes I think about God's timing as to why you had to make me wait for such a long time, but I guess God does everything beautiful in his own time. And as I stand here to witness and testify,
Good morning. So I want to ask for prayer to help fulfill a dream that I have.